Welcome to summer push track training.
Okay, first we have to set up the sled. So let's put this on the push track. And then we have to put the pins in so it stays in the track. And now it's time for the actual sled to go onto the frame.
And now we send the test sled.
Back at the push track. I feel like I'm starting to live at these training areas, which is not a bad thing because I'm learning a lot and I get to see my friends and I'm outside, yay! But after we get our sled all set up, we head back down to warm up. Each time I'm at push track, I try and work on one thing at a time.
Hype music.
Sometimes it's my first step, sometimes it's my transition phases or my foot placement, and sometimes it's my load onto the sled, which I get asked about frequently. So when is the best time to load onto the sled, or when do we know how to load onto the sled? Since each track is unique, it is hard to definitively say, load at this spot every single time. For each person, it also depends. I don't count my steps while running, but some people might. There are crests that we approach on the track, which you can see in these videos as the track goes down. The time to load onto the sled depends on your top speed. Once you have enough power, you want to load onto the sled at the pinnacle in order to effectively launch yourself at max velocity down the crest. For some people, that means running it far down the crest. For others, not so much. You can get to the point where your form gets off and then you actually end up slowing yourself down because your shin angles can come off or you can run far from the sled, and the sled could also just end up getting away from you, which is something that you do not want to happen. It is important to have a powerful load because it helps you get that initial speed and maybe a little bit of a head start before going down the track.
I was working on a new drill. I don't know if it worked, but when I'm at my sprint trainer, it works.
When I first started pushing, I was mostly running to the start of the crest. I wasn't even running down. Now that I have gotten some more time under my belt, I feel a little bit more comfortable doing so, and I fixed more technique issues so I can work on running farther and getting that effective load step. Now, I'm no expert by any means. I'm still constantly working on my sprinting and pushing form, but each and every day helps, and I'm lucky that I have a whole lot of fun doing it.